Hey guys, it is me, Chasey Poo. Today my microphone on my camera is still not working and I'm trying to figure out what's wrong, so I'm using the podcast mic, which I know is a little bit awkward, and I used it in another video that I just made, but there's nothing I can do right now, and it's kind of like making me angry. But for the next couple of videos that you're gonna see, you're gonna have to deal with this. But today, I'm finally doing something, okay, that a lot of people have been asking for months. I recorded the unboxing video for the Gen X Peecock months ago, and then I posted it, and then I said I'm gonna review it soon, and I didn't review it soon, so I'm reviewing it today, okay? I'm sorry, I've been really busy doing my thesis. You don't care about this? Let's get to the review. And before I show this, please remember this is a prosthetic. It is to help trans men alleviate dysphoria. This is in no way related to sex or has any sexual activity or sexual content at all. This is literally just a prosthetic. It's to help trans men alleviate dysphoria. All right, so here is the Peecock Gen X. So I will bring it up to the camera soon, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like and what it's intended to do. So I was under the impression that this was a packer and a stand to pee device. As you can see, there is a hole inside and you can pee. I read on the website today that it's actually a 3-in-1 where you're able to have sex with this as well. Okay, so the Peecock also comes with this little insert that looks like it looks like a kidney, okay? And I will bring it up to the camera in a couple seconds, but first I want to kind of like talk about it and then I'll show you. So the point of this is that you put it inside and it fits directly in there, and you're supposed to be able to masturbate with this, and this will go and like rub on your genitals. And according to the website, you're supposed to also be able to have sex with this. So my little squint at that is, okay. Also, I feel like a news anchor at this desk. I'm like at a desk with the chair, and I'm like, we're gonna do this. Also, it's getting really hot. I'm getting a hot flash. All right, so I asked in the unboxing video for your questions so that I could answer all of them for you, because this review is not for me, it's for you. So first, the price. This is, according to the website, $158 American, I believe. And it does come with the insert, so you don't have a choice but to get the insert, and the insert does only come in this, and it is called the original. I don't like that at all, because this is literally like, this is the only thing that you're offering. For their other Peacock models, they do offer like a pleasure kit that you can use, and it has the original, it has a butthole, and it has a mouth. But this Generation X only comes with this. This could make people feel very dysphoric if they don't like seeing their own parts that they're gonna masturbate with. And also there are trans men who are gay, and there are trans men who just don't want to be masturbating with this. So that's really a big con for me for this Peecock Gen X. The color that I got is light beige. So according to the website, the color tone is in the silicone, and then after they do kind of like a paint upgrade on top of it. So they're saying that the paint will never, like the color will never actually fade. Here's my thing. You can actually see the color right over here. This is the color of the silicone, and then this is the color of the prosthetic. As you can see, like here, they're not the same color, so this does fade. Some people in the comments have said that they do fade quickly. I haven't used this enough for it to fade, because I think it doesn't fade within like, you know, 2-3 weeks of wearing it. I think that it's months and months of wearing it. But if this is your go-to stand to pee device, then obviously you're wearing it every day. But I don't have experience with the color, so I can't tell you that. But I can tell you that previous Peacocks do lose their color if it's painted on, which this is, and you can definitely tell from the side. According to the website, this has a lifespan of 1 to 2 years. Okay, and I'm gonna talk about the silicone and the material. This silicone material isn't super sticky. So somebody asked the question, is it lint, or like does hair get onto it and stuff like that? On the outside, lint doesn't come onto it because it's not sticky. It's kind of soft. You can tell that it is silicone though. And then on the inside, it is a little stickier, so the lint and the cat hair will stick to the inside of the prosthetic. And the silicone it's a little flimsy, okay? I know that a lot of people look for these reviews to get the best STP and the best packer that they can get. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna compare the type of silicone and how you pee with it, to the Easy Pee from Prosthetics and the Jimmy from FTM Pit Stop. I'm gonna do this because I wanna just show the difference in how the pee cup works. So, a lot of people ask, how do you pee with this? Well, you just have to put it underneath. I can't show you. This video will get flagged literally like that. I'm sorry. So you put it under where your urethra is, and then you pee. So you could point this up a bit to let the pee go down. The issue is when you point it up is that it kind of restricts the flow of the inside here. Okay, so I just wanted to zoom in a little bit. This isn't gonna be the zoom of the prosthetic, but I just wanted to show you. So when you're gonna pee with this, you're gonna put it under where your urethra is, and then you have to lift this up. If you lift it up too much and you squish this, you're actually stopping the flow of the urine going down. Now, the hole does look small, but I just peed with it right now just to test it out one more time before I reviewed it, and the urine does kind of flow very easily. But because this cup is so flimsy, the balls aren't flimsy, the balls are like hard, but the cup itself is flimsy. And I think that the reason they're making this is that when you pack, it actually, like, it's not super bulgy. But because it's so flimsy, that is a really big drawback, because when you put it between your legs and then you kind of close your legs, this goes down and the urine goes back. So you really have to test it out and position it. I just went to pee again with it just to test it out before this video. And when I peed with it, I started to pee on myself. I had to readjust, and the second time I readjust, it was fine. I didn't pee on myself, which is great, because you don't want to pee on yourself. So you really do need to practice at home. But in terms of a good STP, it does flow really quickly, really easily. Like, there's no, like, it doesn't like spill off the sides here. It's just, if you put it between your legs and close your legs a little, this part is going to start to leak from the back, especially if you didn't place it in the right area, where your urethra is. So if we compare it to the Easy Pee by Prosthetics, which looks a little like this, which is funny because it looks very similar. If you kind of put it like that and like this, you see it's very, very similar, but this is they use harder silicone the whole way. So you can't actually like bend it. You shouldn't bend it. It will like mess up the prosthetic. And this is really harder silicone. So when you put this under you and you flow it down, it automatically goes down. You don't have to lift it up because it's already lifted up. But the issue with this is packing. Some people don't like to pack with it because it is a little bit hard and it's a little awkward to pack with. And with the Jimmy STP from FTM Pit Stop, it has kind of the same design as this one here, as you can see. So when you put this under where your urethra is, and then you kind of lift this up in order to pee, you are restricting the flow. So you do need to be careful to not press this. So that's gonna be the same thing with this. So when you lift it up, you can't press too much. But this silicone is very similar actually to this silicone here, but this is less flimsy. The issue with this is that there's no spill lip, whereas this has a no spill lip here so that the urine doesn't actually fall down. Same thing with the Easy Pee. I'm not doing a comparison video or anything like that right now, but some people really wanted me to talk about these three because these are the three that they're looking at. They don't know which one to buy. So quickly, if you were to ask me which one would I buy or which one pees the best, all of these have pros, all of these have cons, okay? The middle one, Prosthetics, the Easy Pee by Prosthetics, pees the easiest for me because it's easy to position under, and even if your legs close, it doesn't really go out from the back. In terms of packing, the Jimmy STP is better because it's more compact and more squishy, and you're able to put it in your pants. I wear briefs, so it's easier to pack with this, whereas this in your briefs, you kind of have to pack it up. This you pack down like that. So if you want to see the reviews and how I pack with these ones, I'll put the videos in the description below so you can take a look. And then with this one, in terms of peeing, it's not my favorite. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to lie to you guys. I didn't really like the function of peeing with it. It does flow really naturally, which is great. Some STPs I have issues with and I can't do that. But for this one, it was easier kind of to like let it go and go down. So that was a plus for me. But would I buy or would I wear this STP on a daily? No, I wouldn't. I would much rather wear the Easy Pee or even the Jimmy STP for packing. If you're in the bathroom and you have this in the bathroom and you're only going to use it to like pee, then yeah, go ahead and do it. Practice a bit of time in the shower and you'll get the hang of it. My issue is that it's just very erect. So I'm going to show you why I don't really like packing with this thing. I'm gonna try on the different harnesses that they have offered from Peecock on their website, and I'm gonna try a couple of other harnesses that I have, and I'm gonna show you some different things that you can do with it. So the first thing before I stand up and show you these things that I want to show you is first the like masturbation add-on pleasure kit that you can have. You're supposed to be able to put your wiener in this, so your growth from testosterone is supposed to fit in this hole. That's what it says on the website. They say it's the first fleshlight for trans men. I'm sorry, but that's untrue. There are so many. FTM Pit Stop has literally the shot pocket that I have right here, and then there's the bro sleeve, and there's the sexy pill by Blue Valentine, and there's the buck off. There's a bunch of like fleshlights. So this kidney looking thing is not the first one. It is the first one that has the appearance of like this type of genital, but I'm sorry, it's not gonna fit in here, all right? If you're pre-T, that's a big question, you won't fit in here. But even me, I have significant growth. I'm happy with my growth. Everything else works with me, like with the other, like the shot pocket and stuff like that. I can't fit my whole wiener in this. You know why? Because there are ligaments attached underneath. If I had metoidioplasty or just a release where the ligaments are cut and your peen, that is your growth from testosterone, is kind of freed, then yeah, I could put this over it and it would go, but it's still a little tight, a little too tight, and I don't like that. But I will say that it was comfortable to put lube in it and around it and then just kind of rubbing it on your junk. It does feel really good, especially if you like kind of close your eyes and you just kind of like put this in here, and then you have a harness on and you rub this against you, so you have lube on this part and you rub it against your peen, and then you're kind of jacking this off. It does feel very good, but you can't get your peen in here. Even if you are pre-T, you can rub yourself against this. I think it will feel good, but it will feel, I think, better if you do have more growth. But if you can get your peen in here, because it's tight, like you need to like open it. I'm scared I'm gonna break it because the silicone here is very flimsy. I'm scared that I would break it. Okay, and for the sex part, like, I guess you can have sex with this. I haven't tried it, I'm not gonna lie to you, but like, this is 3 inches. Not that that's bad, I'm not size queen, nothing like that, but it's not very rigid. And even the fact that you're putting this inside, look how flimsy this is. When you're putting this in here, it doesn't add like a rod type of effect on it. So when, especially here, you see this is super, so if you put it in someone, like it could work, but it's gonna be a little bit flimsy. So I would not recommend this for sex. For me, I don't know, I wouldn't know. Especially because I would be scared of the movement of here. A lot of people have been saying that their Peacocks, just they're like the Gen S or Gen 3S, whatever, rip at the balls often, and that's not a good thing. So I would be very skeptical to try to have sex with this, especially because the movement would be a lot of this, and I would not want to kind of move this more. Oh my god, are you kidding me? There's a rip. Is there a rip? Okay, no, there is a small rip. I don't know if it's because I was doing that. I don't think it is, but I do see that there is a small, very small tear, whereas if I kept doing this, it would get bigger. So don't have sex with this. I'm sorry, I would not recommend it. If you want to, just know that you may have an issue with the balls kind of ripping. And if you are gonna try to have sex with this, you can't do anal with this. I'm sorry, but like first time anal, like trying to put this in, it's gonna hurt the person. You need to like have something that's a bit harder, and something like this is small enough for beginner anal, which is great, but it's too flimsy in my opinion. So yeah, so right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on the harnesses and show you different harnesses that I've been wearing, so you're gonna get like a weird background, but let's do it so that you can see what it looks like. Okay, so the first thing, these are the boxers, the packing boxers from Rodeo. So if I put this in without the pleasure kit, I'm just gonna fold it like that. I don't know if it's recommended to do that, but this has a pocket inside. So what I do is you just kind of put it in there, and this is what it looks like. So hopefully that you can kind of see that. I'm trying to show you like with this background. It does kind of add like a big bulge, but I did wear this outside today, walked around with it. It did not bother me at all, especially with these boxers. So that was good. So, but if you want to like not bend this because you're scared it's gonna break, you can also pack it sideways. But if you're packing it sideways, then it just like it doesn't work like that. So these are the briefs that Peecock offers, and this is what it looks like. And then if you just open this, it just kind of pops out. And then you should be able to kind of like open the thing that's inside and go, because there's like a little pocket where you could be able to pee out of it and then you can go. The issue with this is that you can't really go back with it, and I would be scared that I would be actually peeing all over myself. In terms of packing though, it's pretty good. Like that makes me feel secure, honestly. If you want to see what it looks like on the inside, this is what it looks like. You see there's like the little flap, so you put the flap over so that it doesn't touch your skin. Then when you're ready to pee, you just open this, but I feel like it would be hard to position because you kind of like everything is like down there. Okay, so this is, I'm wearing underwear because I'm not going to be naked for you guys. This is the play harness, sorry. So you put it in here, and then you're supposed to be able to kind of play with it. This is also good for the other Peecock. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. And then with underwear, but it's, you see how it's erect. And then there's also the comfort harness. It's the same thing basically. I'm not going to show you just because it does look the same. So this is the underwear that I wear every day. Okay, so you can see they're just briefs. This is what I do for a living. I just go on the internet and I prance around my underwear. This is what it looks like. So it does look really good, honestly, from my view too. So this way here, and then you would just have to go inside, and because I don't have like a flap here, and just go. So it would be a little bit uncomfortable, and you do have to do this thing. And that's the one thing with these STPs, is that when you put it underneath, you do, I'm like falling, you do it like that, and then you go here. But remember what I said, when you do that, it moves this, and then the urine goes down, so you really need to be careful. Okay, and then this is with the FTM Downunder boxers. I love these boxers so much for packing. They're really great because they have an O-ring inside. I'll put all the reviews to all these things that I've done in the past in the description below. But yeah, so it looks okay. Not really a fan of what it looks like though, just because it's like, it's a little bit tricky to get to, and it's a little uncomfortable because then you have to like go, you see, like it doesn't work with boxers, so I wouldn't recommend wearing boxers. You could wear briefs, or you could even wear just the boxers that I was wearing before when I was showing you the beginning, the rodeo boxers, because they do have a flap in here, okay? With peeing though, you would literally just have to kind of like put this all the way down, or just take off the pants and then use it. Okay, so just to show you what it looks like very close up, this is what it looks like here. So it does look very realistic, which is really great. And this is what I was talking about here. You see how this is the color of the prosthetic? Can you focus? This is the color of the prosthetic, and it's like painted like this. And then like the silicone is colored like this, and then after it's painted like this. So there is a time and point where the color might actually just turn into this, so it's way lighter than what the actual color is. And then this is what the inside looks like here. So the hole does look like it would be big enough, but honestly, like I'm saying, like if I take this out and I just put it up here, and I kind of try to put my face, like it works, but my wiener is not hard like this even when I'm aroused, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so that's it for today's review of the Generation X Peecock prosthetic STP packer. It's not my favorite thing that Peecock has ever made. My favorite thing is the one that I have. It's the 4.75 inch uncut Gen 3S, something like that, which is, it's better for sex. For packing, it's okay, and for peeing, I'm not a fan, just because I have a lot of issues with peeing with a lot of prosthetics, honestly. Like the prosthetics that I find that are the easiest to pee with are the Easy Pee, sometimes the Jimmy STP, and then recently, I'm like peeking to show you because I just did an unboxing of this and posted it, but this is the Real Magic STP. So peeing with this is the best thing in the entire world, but I haven't, like I'm not doing a review of that yet. I've only worn it like for 2 days, but so far it's fantastic. So this is not my favorite STP ever. I can't tell you to buy it or not. Some people like the pros, some people like the cons. In terms of pleasuring yourself, it does feel very good. You just can't get your whole wiener in there. Like you can try, but then you can't really move it because then it just comes out. If you've had metorioplasty or a release, then you could probably use this and it would work. But in terms of like a packer, as you saw, it works if you do it like that, but I don't know if that would like mess up the longevity of 1 to 2 year lifespan of this if you keep moving it up and down like that. Anyways, let me know what you think. If you have any other products that you'd like to review, let me know. Yes, the product that I just showed you, the Real Magic, I know y'all are thirsty. I will review that after I've used it extensively because it is very expensive. But yeah, so this is $158 American, I believe. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.